Hey everybody, you got the Hobby Drifter here again. One of the fun things about living in Japan is that the convenience stores, 7-Eleven, Lawson, Family Mart, Mini Stop, those types of places, do things called kujis, which is a ticket lottery. And these will often be done as tie-ins for movies or the new season of a TV show or things like that. One Piece is probably the one I see the most. You'll see a One Piece one of these things at 7-Eleven. Must be a couple of times a year. Dragon Ball's another one that you see pretty often pop up at like Family Marts and things like that. Only once, though, that I can recall, has there been a Transformer one. And weirdly enough, it was it was a tie-in for Transformers Animated, which is a series that I'm really happy to see is getting a lot of love now from fans. I admit I was one of the people who, when I saw the new art style, was like, okay, yeah, this is not going to appeal to me. Fortunately, I did give it a chance from the opening episode, and it took me about 5 minutes to be like, oh no, this is not bad. This is the greatest thing ever. And it's a fantastic show. Had a whole bunch of references thrown in for older fans, but I mean, it's a great kids show. Like if you've got younger kids, if you've got relatives. It's great to watch with them. It's fantastic. Anyway, so the Transformers animated Kuji had most of the stuff that you'll see at these things. It was drinking glasses and cell phone straps, things like that. These two here were the E prize. Of course, the prizes go A, B, C, D, E. I think there might have been one even below that. There might have been an F, but I can't recall. And these are just super cute, stylized versions of Optimus Prime and Megatron from the Transformers animated series. And they came blind packed. There were 4 different versions. 2 Optimus, 2 Megatron. Same pose, just 2 of them. These 2 were anime colors. And the other 2 were metallic colors. I don't know what's in these 2 boxes. So here's the thing. I was looking forward to this. I heard about it in advance. This was back when I was following like Transformers news on sites like TFW, like multiple times a day. Always it's like, oh, I gotta get the news. So I heard about this and I was looking forward to it. And the day that the ticket lottery started at Family Mart, I was planning on going. It would have been a Saturday, so I went probably early afternoon. And here's the thing about this lineup of prizes. I mean, you had your little minifigures. There were easy collection figures, which are like the tiny little, sub scout class things, like tiny little figures, all blind packed, things like that. The main animated prize was a deluxe class Optimus Prime. It was the one that was released in the 2-pack in the US or from Hasbro, but this version didn't have the battle damage. So this was the only way to get a clean version of that Optimus Prime, which is kind of what I wanted, because I don't go completist for Optimus Prime stuff, but I like to have a good representation of, like one of every Optimus Prime from whichever series. Going for a complete set of something like that these days would just be like complete folly, right? I know people who do it and they're very happy. So there was one other prize though. If I'm remembering this correctly, this would have been almost 10 years ago now. There were, I think, 3 or 4 of the deluxe Optimus Prime figures, but there were two per store. There was a translucent repaint, but it was the Revenge of the Fallen leader class Optimus Prime, that beautiful thing. That masterpiece movie figure before masterpiece movie figures were a thing. It was that, but completely translucent, beautiful, like shining thing. And like I said, there were 2 of those per store. there were 100 tickets. So there would be like, 2 of the Fallen Optimus Primes, 3 or 4 of the deluxe animated Primes, and then 10 or 20 of like whatever this stuff. See if you can figure out where the problem with this is. Yeah, so for 50,000 yen, because each ticket was 500 yen. These days tickets are like usually 600, 700 yen each, which is like money. But 500 yen is one coin. It's like there's one 500 yen coin. Okay, cool. I don't need my change. I get ticket. But yeah, so for 50,000 yen, you could clean the place out. It was pretty small. And each of the leader class Optimus Primes was selling on the secondary market for between $200 and $300. So if you bought everything with 50,000 yen, you could sell one of those things and make half your money back, or you could sell both of them and then just do whatever you want with the rest of everything. And yeah, I went to a whole bunch of different Family Mart stores the day of release, and gone. Like just everything was gone. People had bought up. I asked the clerk, I was like, "What? How are you sold out already?" And he's like, "Oh, some guy came in at 12 o'clock and just, I'll take 100 tickets, and okay, there you go." It's like we didn't even get all the stuff set up yet. It was just here, there, buy. But I guess some people didn't want to go all in on it, so they would just buy 10 or 20 tickets at a time, and then go, did I get it? Yes? Okay, I can stop buying tickets. That's how I got these things. And yeah, I got, I think I wound up buying between different Family Marts, maybe 10 tickets maybe. So I didn't get anything good. I didn't get the deluxe Optimus Prime, although I did wind up buying that a few years later at a secondhand store for 2,000 yen. So, I mean, meh. But I did get these. And these have now been in my collection for about 10 years. And they are just ridiculously cute, are they not? They're all around painted. And nice little PVCs. They each come with a little base. It's the engraved Autobots and Decepticon logo. And yeah, these lotteries at like I say, at 700 yen now, I've never done one. Just because that, like I say, that's actual money. That's 2 or 3 cans of like super dry, or one really nice IPA. So for me, it's just I would rather go online and just buy like the 1 or 2 figures that I like from whatever. But they've started now doing, and this wasn't a thing really when this thing came out. They started doing one called Last One. So there's like the main prize, the grand prize, and then something called Last One, which you only get with the last ticket. So there's no chance of you sell out of like all the good stuff in the first few minutes, and then you're left with the junk that no one wants to buy. No, so you'll have like something that is like the most desired item. Like let's say there's a Dragon Ball one. There will be a bunch of cool stuff, and then the last one will be the Ultra Instinct Goku. I mean, I gotta buy all of them. To encourage people to buy as many of these tickets as they can, and to then, if there are only 5 or 10, 15 garbage things left, and the last one, it's like, well, okay, the last one is worth. It's like I'd pay $50 for the last one. Okay, I'll pay $70 to get that thing and a bunch of other stuff I can give away as gifts or souvenirs or what have you. So yeah, kind of a short video this time, just on Transformers and Kuji stuff. What do you think? Is it if this were more commonplace outside Japan, would you be into it? Like if you could go to a 7-Eleven and have a ticket lottery for Power Rangers or Disney or what have you, would you get on that, or do you think it's just another silly gimmick? One thing, just to finish us out here, is that these things don't go on forever. and when the campaign is over, they just take whatever's left, slap often like an arbitrary price on it, and put it up for sale close to the register. So I mean, if you don't, if you want something like a handkerchief or like a little tiny drinking glass or something, usually 200-300 yen after the campaign is over. And if you go to secondhand stores, especially like Mandarake, places like this, you'll see a ton of this junk for usually under 500 yen. They make great souvenirs. Like if you come to Japan and you want to grab some stuff for your friends back home, this stuff is often fantastic. Right. So anyway, yeah, that's my look at the Transformers Kuji from Transformers Animated, and my sadness at not being able to fully enjoy it because of people just buying up the whole thing and ruining my fun. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you have a good Golden Week, and I wish you all health and happiness and happy hobbying.